My name is Manoj Agrawal. I'm the founder editor at Banking Frontiers, a magazine that we started in 2002 and been going on smoothly since then and getting better and better thanks to all the wonderful stuff that the financial sector and the IT sector both are doing. So Banking Frontiers is a bridge between the banking sector and the financial sector and the IT sector, and both sides are keeping us busy, and that's great for us. We can start with all of you. Who wants to go first?
Good evening. My name is Ratnesh Chandra. I am Chief Technology Officer of Punjab and Sind Bank. Actually, I am looking after IT projects as well as part of KYC, ML, and all that.
My name is Manjit. See, I am in Dhanlakshmi Bank. I am representing Dhanlakshmi Bank. I am having 20 years of experience in Dhanlakshmi Bank.
Hi everyone, good afternoon. My name is Venkat Subramanian, shortly called Venkat. I joined City Union Bank very recently, a couple of months back. Very new to the organization, but I come with experience of about 32 years with banking plus IT. I was with KVB for about 16 years.
Hey, hi. Good evening, gentlemen. It's pleasure meeting all of you. I head the end user computing division within VMware in India. Overall, with about 28 years of experience, been with VMware for now close to 14 years. Specifically VDI, security, endpoint management, using single sign-on access solutions, and all of that, and how now customers can really look at a more integrated solution to help them not just with the pandemic, but also create an architecture for the future.
So my first question is this: what employee-facing IT issues have been automated or eliminated during the lockdown?
The issue which you have raised basically means what basically it has been automated and whether really it is actually resolve the issue of the IT actually, or basically from the employee perspective actually really it is solving the problem or not. See, basically, I just want to tell before that actually what is happening is that at least from the banking, I mean maybe other industry and all, but at least from NBFC perspective, financial institution perspective, the kind of the security or the kind of infrastructure we require and the kind of the access we should be giving to employee or person or it is very limited. I mean, in the sense you can say, suppose there is a separate industry and all that where we can allow the people to do things from the what you say from home and all. But there are certain things in the banking per se, like core banking solution, other things and all, where actually it deals with that and all that. There are the limitations. There is a limitations and all that. We cannot give everything from the even means like CISO are there and all that. They can understand means like what are the challenges they are having. I can ask my people to get access home and all that because we have the same time that not have the issue. People can access from the let's say we are facing the issues. I mean today I can tell you means my 50% staff is not have come in the office because they are either their family members or they themselves are having some issues and all that or certain applications and all that. So again that we have the challenges, but there are certain things like suppose there is issue in the networks, there are issues in the switches, there are issues in the devices and all that. How you will be able to access, because if switch is down, which router is down and all that, everything is down. Although you have everything is in place, although you are saying that we have say what you say you can say active PC and all that, but suppose there is something which has gone wrong in terms of the hardware appliances and all that, there will be challenge. So what I'm trying to say is that yes, there will be some accesses which will be required from the work from home and all that, but there are certain kind of people, they will be coming to offices and all that to manage certain things and all that, so that our business should work smoothly.
What percentage of Punjab Sind Bank employees are comfortably working from home? Technical point of view, not on any other point of view. Technical point of view, they are comfortably working from home effectively.
No, still we have very much less people. Means you can say around 5 to 10%. That's all.
Can you focus more on employee-facing IT perspective, making sure that employees can work whether at home, whether at office, whether in between? You
So
know,
first of all, I will tell you, in banking fraternity, you know that people has to come in the branches and do the transactions, or to make that's the one major disadvantage for the banking fraternity. So they have to do the transactions from the branches. So the only benefit which you are going to get is like the regional office or the people who are in the technology, they can work from home. Okay, the rest of the people has to travel and has to work from the branches. So that is a
Mhm.
major disadvantage for the present industry. So things has to go digitize. Okay. So even though government says about the growth rate of 30 to 40%, but still we can say that in rural areas people are not doing such digital transactions. They are, of course, they
Rural.
are doing only for the branch banking transactions, or the going to the ATM and doing this cash withdrawal transactions, or they are approaching the business correspondent to do transactions. So the man in middle
Okay.
transaction is always there. So we need to go, look in different types of technology, how the robotics or AI has to be take place, has to do a convergence to in terms of automating the customers respective voice and recognition of a voice and converting to a digital transaction. That we need to really look into that for the in terms of
Okay.
the technology. And second, we know that when we talk about the all the what do you call, like the network vendors will say that no, we can provide fiber optic, we can provide bandwidth and all this. So end of the day, we can see that no, even we can have 4G and 5G is going to come in, but still we have a problem. Even we have a 4G or 3G, there are many locations where we are really struggling on the connectivity part, where we are
Okay.
suffering a lot. Even we go for a remote locations, even people start working from home, they had a problem, like even we issued what do you call, the mobile devices to the end users or the technology people, but still they are not able to connect to the system because of the viability of the network. So that is a one major
That's a
concern
big
which
issue.
still we are facing. So this is a major concern which really government and the network company has to be really look into that. Even though we tell that there is a good solution, good type of setup which is available, even people connect to the VPN, and you say about VDI is creating a good revolution in this sphere, because now we really got benefit out of this VDI, because there are a lot of us Detnesh are saying about this. People are working from remotely doing this some automations, but there are
Hmm.
connectivity problems where VPN, when you do the VPN connectivity, we may not be able to do a lot of automation from our desktops. So really, the VDA will help us to do this automation remotely, so that we can do this, run this automated jobs in the VDA, and we can run this activity, and people can start doing some other activity, and end of the day they will get an SMS or email alert to ensure that the automation has been completed, or the job has been completed to grow.
What percentage of your bank staff is actually going to the what percent of the branch staff is going to the branches now? Do you have some estimate? How many are
We
working
have,
from?
they're about 25% only working from home. Rest of the people are traveling to the branches, because now it is a skeleton activity wherein people has to come into the office, because for the teller if there is 5 people or 6 people in the branch, 3 people has to come in the branch.
Venkat, what is your perspective on what has been? I mean, of course, you said you're 2 months into the bank, right?
See, what I could see, the conversation I had with people here, initially there were a lot of issues because work from home is something new for everybody, for the banking. As Manjit said, generally banking, always tend to go to office and execute the work. So this is something new, and the concept itself is new, unlike any IT company where predominantly people are used to work from home. A lot of initial hiccups was there. I think I was told about like 20-25% spike was there in the help desk tickets, and slowly, with a lot of
Okay.
learning and series of education to the employees, I think slowly it got settled down. And I think with all the tools that was deployed, the work from home was smooth. And currently it is 100% working from office. So we are already planning and we are getting ready for the next set of work from home if it is required.
Compared to many other organizations where the offices may not be so employee friendly. But I want to come to Rajit now. Rajit,
Maybe it is possible down the line, as Manjit said, if we have a good VDI solution with proper security measures, with good network connectivity. I don't think a virtual branch or a virtual banking is not a distant dream for banking.
what do you see as the most common technologies or technology approaches being adopted in to handle, to service the employees of the bank?
We at least have a validation here on VDI technology that currently both Manjit and Venkat endorsed of having used, and many of the other banks as well are using. So if you look at the kind of scenario, what specifically banking industry is looking at is, and as we rightly mentioned, this is an industry which comes under the essential use case, which means not everybody can work from home. They have to come to the office itself. And different organization might look at ways of how 30 to 40% people can still work from home. The interesting statistics we are seeing is the public sector banks like SBI, like Bank of Baroda, they have already made announcement of possibly going more than 60, 70% work from home initiatives. It's a bold statement coming from the bigger, larger, in the banking fraternity. Something very true is that business will not be same as what used to be earlier. And that is proven even in our own survey that we did. So in our survey, we found out that almost 61% of respondents, but overall 61% say that this is the new normal and they would not like to go back to their earlier way of working because they are now used to working in this way. They are fully empowered. Their organizations have made it possible for them to work in the best possible way. And organizations also saying the same thing, that we have understood the real benefit of enabling this, because as you rightly mentioned, the power of gig economy comes into the picture where I can source the best talent from wherever location he is, irrespective where I want to. Okay, and I can look at a scenario where I bring down the cost of real estate and I can allocate resources and cash resources to those locations which are more in demand. So based on demand supply equation that I have in the market, I can reallocate my budgets to the right areas, clearly demarcating each personas associated with that and clearly building that, okay, now COVID is, as you said, one of the trigger for digital transformation. I mean, everybody gives credit to COVID for bringing in the digital transformation in their organization more than anybody else. Now, with that as a scenario, people are going to use this impact or this sudden shift as a catalyst to what should they truly look at enhancing their IT operations and automations for the modern workforce. Like, how should they really enable their employees to engage with them more digitally, more seamlessly, more securely, and basically help them reduce their cost that they're currently incurring. People are using a lot of point solutions, like one solution for one use case. Now, this is also a charter where you can look at a scenario that can I enhance my solution offering in such a way that I will give my experience to my employee in the best possible consumer way, because consumer experience is the best experience of like what you get on your mobile, like self-service, an app store, go to an app store, download an application, work it, no IT support is required. Everybody is empowered to just download, click, use, and consume it. Can I deliver a similar kind of experience to my employees? At the same time, I also need to ensure that the security norms of the banking industry is completely protected. So the IT team has to balance this act, that how much experience and very user-friendly solutions and accessibility I give to my employees. At the same time, I use the right controls, which is more hidden in the background, doesn't come into the face. I don't end up saying that, I am a big security guy and I will block everything. That's the easiest thing to do, that block everything and you're completely secure. Can I truly deliver a more enterprise grade secure seamlessly with the best end user experience? Now, how to do that? You can look at two scenarios. One scenario is where data is extremely sensitive and you are of the opinion that I need to ensure that data remains within the bank. And that is when customers look at VDI kind of technologies, where they create a pool of infrastructure like a virtual desktop and allow employees to either use their home PCs or the company provided PCs or laptop or thin clients and securely connect to that virtual desktop and do the operations. The real trigger started hitting during COVID, that a lot of security breaches started happening because it is virtual in nature. Is this the right employee who is accessing it? how do I know that the employee sitting on that machine and working for productivity is the right employee? And then the bank started wondering, what can I do to really enhance this experience? So they came to us for solution, and we worked with partners, and we enabled this biometric facial authentication system with an organization called Credex. And that is what we are now propagating into the market, that we can integrate a facial biometric authentication product along with the VDI, so that you are continuously monitoring that the employee who is sitting in front of the machine is your employee. He is authenticated and he is completely monitored. Like you can even measure productivity. If somebody else comes and stands behind him as a shoulder surfing, it will block down the session. So basically, it is even giving you protection against somebody trying to snoop into what you are trying to do and things like that. So we have enhanced the VDI to integrate with facial recognition to get a better experience on these use cases. The other use cases, yeah, this is fantastic for the VDI. Now, the other use cases, what happens for your PCs and laptops and other things? Now, you would buy a multi-factor authentication solution. You will buy a single sign-on solution. You will buy a BitLocker encryption solution. You will buy a BigFix. You will use SCCM. You will use a lot of tools. Now, can you do away with all of these tools? Can you remove your VPN completely? Because as somebody already mentioned, while VPN is easy to access, you give a VPN access, he gets it. But VPN also adds in a lot of security loopholes to your organization. And at the same time, there is a challenge in terms of how much you can really open up to a VPN. Now, is there a better way, a better solution than a VPN, which can be given to employees so that they get under one single roof, they get the right access mechanism, they get the right identity authentication, they get the right access and multi-factor authentication, like there is a built-in multi-factor authentication. You can even manage patches, the Windows patch or the security patches or the application patches over the air. What typically happens is the banks, when they are connected in the office, you are on the single domain, and it is easy to patch, machines which are connected to domains. But when machines are not connected to the domains and they are residing from home, or for 15 days they are not connected, the latest updates and patches are not applied to those machines. They will be applied only after 15 days when they come back to the office and when they get connected. Now, what happens for these 15 days that they are not connected? If there is a serious security flaw and your machine is not updated and you are connecting from the remote and you have a VPN connectivity to that, your entire IT ecosystem is under risk because of that. And make it easy for your employees to connect, at the same time protect and have your security rules and policies in place seamlessly.
Size and skills and everything required to facilitate all this, you have to invest a lot of money, or kind of regular amounts of money, or is the cost actually coming down using newer technologies for you to facilitate frictionless frictionless experience for employees? But is the cost for doing that going up or steady or going down?
See, basically, what happened is that earlier this kind of infrastructure was not there earlier and all that. Definitely the cost has gone up right now and all that. Initially, it will go up and all that. But subsequently down the line, definitely it will be subsidized and it will give value and benefit to the banks.
So Manjit and Venkat, do you have the same opinion or something else?
One adding up with this, sir. One success story, apart from that, my core banking, the training part of core banking. Okay. Initially, we started finding a solution on putting on a VC solution, Zoom or team meeting or something. We will do it. But we found that it is not a full-fledged, effective solution. Then what we plan is we hosted the training model with the small AI and chatbot integrated in the solution, the cloud model. And we given to the end users for learning themselves. So what has happened is that initially there was a lot of frictions. People started telling why these guys are sending this thing. So they can go through any time. Okay. Normally, even training, what will happen is training will start on Friday and all. Then we will extend it some Saturday and Sunday holidays. Now people are having a freedom on that. Now whenever they have time, they will look into the system and they will log into the system and they will run through these modules. So what will happen is they have a free hand login. They can get into the application. They can run through the application. They can generate reports, view the reports. All these happen in offline mode, wherein they are well versed with the system before it go live. So then people started asking questions. So we have implemented quizzes also into that. So employee PMS also has in placed in that.
Any thoughts you can share what your organization is looking at in terms of improving productivity in the next 1 or 2 years? How do they really expect to do that in terms of facilitating through technology?
Normally, any product is launched, any digital initiative is launched by the bank. I don't think it reaches to every employee how it is being used, how it has to be used, or the awareness is not created in a big way by the organization. I think this is common across any banking organization, where they will in a hurry to roll out based on the need, and it will not reach out to the end employee at the deepest level. So what currently we are doing is to record whatever the navigations, whatever the things that the employee has to do, how to face the customer, what are the likely questions they get from the customer. Everything is getting recorded and it is being circulated across the organization and also to the regional learning centers, where employee is getting an opportunity to go through that and then understand well. One of the example which I can quote is the tab banking, when we introduced the eKYC and the video KYC. So we are one of the 4 banks launched the video KYC. So where people were struggling to how to use the video KYC with the customer. When the customer is sitting in front of you, you should not make them unhappy by navigating around. So those things we do, and then we increase the productivity of or getting the success of the launch of the product.
Yeah, that makes sense. You touched upon a very interesting point per se, that employees that do not automatically get informed if a new product is launched.
Yes, exactly.
And what are its features and all that.
Yeah, it's a very interesting point that Venkat brought in, and this is exactly one of the solutions that VMware offers. Is, as he rightly brought the point, if there is an important application changes, what about the notification? But the important thing it offers is it gives you a common app store. So, for example, it can create an app store for City Union Bank. It can create an app store for Dhanlaxmi Bank. It can create your own unique app store, which has all the applications that you use. So in short, you can look at that as your local app store in your PCs and desktop or on mobile phone. So when an employee joins the organization, there is no delay. Day one, he logs in with his username, password. The moment he logs in, he sees a dashboard which has all the applications that you are using. And he can click on the application that he wants to use and start using it. Exactly the same consumer experience that we get on the mobile phone is given to organizations to do that. So this is reducing the time taken for employees to connect to the organization, to make them productive day one. And at the same time, there is a backend self-service which triggers that. For example, if I'm a finance guy and click on an application, these are small things which are weaved into our solution, like employee notification, the latest product thing. You can have a notification inbuilt in your mobile phone, which says that this application is launched starting now. And mobile is something that everybody will use, right? For your WhatsApp, for your emails, for anything, you will be constantly looking. Imagine a small notification coming in saying that a new application rollout is scheduled for 8 p.m. tonight, and it will not be available. Or tomorrow morning, you will start getting this application. So the communication becomes easy. You don't even have to log into your email or anything to check. It is part and parcel of the App Store, and we can send out notification, which simply eases the way communication happens, and all the employees can get a very seamless experience from day one, improving their productivity.
So I think my opinion, apart from the benefit to the employees, I think IT will also benefit in the sense, because managing so many apps for so many users itself, big task.
It is.
When you have thousands of employees and hundreds of apps.
Yeah, imagine you have to roll out Office 365. Suppose you buy Office 365 and roll out. Now you will say that rollout itself is a big exercise. Let me create a big project team to do it. But the tools like what we have, the VMware Workspace one, the rollout can be done within 24 to 48 hours. You don't need to wait for anybody. You just create the package, upload it, put it onto your app store. Whichever employee is logging in sees it. Your entire application rollout time cut down. These updates can be very easily done through this VMware Workspace one platform. So those are very efficient tools that VMware offers to all the banking customers. The traditional way of updating patches domain machines may not work in the world for tomorrow, where organizations and employees across multiple domains, across multiple networks. and you will need to use the cloud-based updates and patching system. And that's exactly the way that you are using. Great. I mean, that's what we are propagating to all our customers. But look at this modern ways of delivering these patches, updates through the cloud, which removes these bottlenecks that traditional tools have. Because traditionally, it was never thought about, right? Nobody thought that 40% of my employees or 30% employees will not be connected to my network.
Suggestions have come from employees about how to make IT systems more usable, more flexible, more frictionless to use to the IT team during the pandemic that you have actually been able to use. As a user of the system, have the employees suggested anything? One example, if each of you can give.
Yeah, we
Actually,
have multiple.
Yeah, Venkat.
Yeah, we do have multiple platforms to get the feedback from employees. It's not only about core banking, not only about the operational aspects, and also about the devices as well. So, for example, recently the tab banking, we had some issues in terms of navigating or while working with the customer. For example, capturing the signature. There were a few suggestions like that, and capturing the photo of the customer. So, few of the employees have given that it can be in a better way, or I mean, how we can capture the signature and put it in a uniform way so that when we put it in the back end, the data will be uniform. So this is one of the key suggestions which recently we got, and we rectified the system.
Many people have had a problem, like well, everybody has faced this problem during this period, COVID period, where we are not getting the required bandwidth in terms of the connectivity. In terms of connectivity, I mean from the service provider, like whoever we connect 4G or 3G or whatever it is that.
Specifically, we are in discussions with SBI, IndusInd Bank, ICICI, a lot of them to build the modern application. Or if there are certain applications, how can we make it cloud ready? How can they import it immediately to the cloud so that some of these bottlenecks can be completely removed? We have an entire platform of how we modernize applications. So happy to talk on that specific area. And as you rightly mentioned, there is a great opportunity for us.
Thank you, gentlemen. It's been a wonderful discussion. Thanks to all three of you. I got a lot of interesting practical and new ideas, also practical ideas and new ideas. Hope all of you are going back richer and being able to make the systems and infrastructure and technologies at your banks more convenient and effective and secure for employees. On behalf of Banking Frontiers, thank you all. Thank you very, very much.
Thank you for the time. Thank you, Manjit. Thank you, Venkat. Thank you, Manoj.
Thank you,
Babu. Pleasure meeting and talking to all of you.